You're not ill. You're not weak. You're not insecure. You're not overly emotional. It's normal to miss someone, to hurt, to feel a sense of loss. My brilliant friend, it's so rad to have you here. You're remarkable, and your pursuit to think, feel, and do a little better will absolutely make your life richer with more feelings of peace, happiness, optimism, and ultimately less suffering. Now listen to me. Suffering is a critical part of your life, and some of you that are listening right now may have already experienced a tremendous amount of this. Suffering is painful, it's difficult, it's sometimes blinding, meaning that when we're hurt, we're hurting, right? Our perspective narrows, and oftentimes it's hard to see anything else beyond our pain. Hope, optimism, positivity, motivation, and energy can sometimes feel like they're light years away, completely unreachable and impossible to grasp. I don't want to discount or devalue your suffering and how critical it is for you and me to go through it. In fact, what I really want and what I can promise you is that together I can help you to grow through what you go through. I know that's a little play on words, but ultimately that's what you're in for. That's what I'm in for. And today I'm going to show you what you can expect and some steps that you can take so that you can move forward in an honorable, graceful, and courageous way. First of all, it's nice to know what you can expect. Often people just like you will experience feelings of denial when you break up, meaning it may be difficult for you to accept that the relationship is really over. You may even find yourself thinking that the breakup is a mistake, or even that things will work out in the end. That's normal. Next, as the reality of breakup sinks in, you may start to feel angry and bitter and resentful towards your ex. You may blame them for the way things turned out, how they treated you, all the negative things that happened as a result of that relationship. And by the way, anger is actually really important here. There is a ton of energy in anger, and that energy can help to inspire the courage you need to move upward and beyond this difficult time. Remember that anger is energy, and when that energy is directed, it can launch a rocket into space. But when it has no meaning or purpose and direction, it can literally explode. So I'm telling you this now so that you can understand what's coming. And when that anger shows up, you can utilize that energy to move forward in ways that are reasonable, that are intelligent and helpful to you, instead of just exploding like dynamite all over yourself and others and hurting yourself and others around you. Okay, the next phase is bargaining. And really this phase is all about you feeling a sense of longing for the way things used to be. You might start to think about what you could have done differently or try to negotiate with your ex to get back together, but unless, and just hear me out, but unless this person inspires you, unless they are absolutely awesome to you, unless you can look at them and say to yourself, man, I want my future children to be just like this person, then hang in and hold back and remember that this is just a normal phase that you're going through, and don't go running back. I know this is easier said than done, but so what? You're not here to choose easy. You're here to choose what is wise and what is courageous. So take a deep breath, lift up your chin, roll your shoulders back, place a small grin on your face, and let's go on and go forward. Now, the next phase is sadness. As the breakup continues to sink in, you may start to feel a sense of sadness and even a little hopeless. You may feel like you're never going to be able to move on, or that you're never going to be liked or loved again, and that you'll be alone forever. I am sorry, my friend. This is hard, and it will be hard, but it is expected. And if this happens, you need to know that as real as these thoughts and feelings may feel, as intensely as they appear to you in the moment and in your life, they simply are not. No doesn't mean never. No just means next. Did you hear what I just said? No means next. It means let's go again. It means let's grow and go. Or how they said it in Top Gun, it's time to turn and burn, baby. Now, the final stage that you will come to is acceptance and peace of mind. with time, you will begin to accept the reality of the breakup and begin to move on. You'll start to let go of the past and look towards the future. You'll learn to live without your ex and understand that life can be good, even great, without them. If you go through these stages well, you'll notice that your bitterness will fade. Your anger will become less intense. You may even be able to wish those people well and look at them like a human, like you, wanting to be happy, wanting to figure out life. It's important for you to realize that everyone goes through these stages in their own way, at their own pace. Some people may experience more sadness, others may experience more anger, and some people may not even experience all the stages. And it's normal for you to have moments where you even bounce back. You may feel like you're moving backwards, and that's fine. Give yourself time and be awesome with yourself, not rude and unkind and not understanding. I'm telling you these because when you know better, we can respond better. Knowledge really is power, and that's why you're here. Now, I promised you some tips to help you to move on, and here they are. 1, realize that it's normal to go through these phases that I just discussed. You're not ill, you're not weak, you're not insecure, you're not overly emotional. It's normal to miss someone, to hurt, to feel a sense of loss. Remember that relationships require work, investment of time and energy, and whenever we break a connection, I think our hearts just hurt, and yours will likely hurt as well, even if your relationship was not a very positive one. 2, create some distance from this person. No matter how horrible you feel that this is, and I know that you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and I know you don't want to be rude, or maybe you still want to be friends, but listen, give yourself a little break from this individual. And number 3, begin to invest your precious time and energy and effort to other areas of your life. Hang out with friends, with your family, with your siblings. Get caught up with schoolwork that you've missed out because you were dating this person. Go to work. Get back into your hobbies. In fact, take that energy and maybe find some new hobbies. This is important. You have to move. You have to move. You have to adapt. You have to move forward to continue on. Of course, you can have moments of sadness and grieving and rest, and you can allow yourself those times, but that's not where you're going to live. That's not the house you're building. That's not the future you're in for. So whether it's school, sports, hobbies, clubs, friends, family, religious practice, or other cool community stuff, get with it and get involved. Number 4, and this one is connected to creating a little distance from this person, right? Please, please, please save yourself the trouble. Protect your heart and protect your mindset, and do a social media purge. No matter what an ego-wounded ex may tell you, it's not unkind to unfollow them. Feel free to block them in the name of your sanity. Hear me out. Give yourself the space instead of obsessing and stalking them on social media and judging whether they're happier without you or happier with other people. We have to stop this craziness, and that's why I'm helping you out. In fact, studies show that people who keep checking on or stalking their exes on social media have more nagging feelings of love and loss, more distress, more negative feelings, and less personal growth after a breakup. So once again, be loyal, be intelligent, be brave, and make the smart choice and block them, remove them instead of suffering more. 5, don't go back to them. You got to realize that your brain loves familiarity, even if it's unhealthy. Sometimes your brain would rather go back to what is certain and familiar instead of what is unknown and unfamiliar. But if you do, you'll likely just go back to the same problems that broke you apart in the first place. So realize that it's normal to think and feel this, but instead of going back or contacting your old flame, redirect that desire to connect and be with people and invest in another area of your life and in other people. 6, and finally, my awesome human, I need you to hold on to hope and optimism here. Remember, no or rejection does not mean never. It simply means next. No means next. It means go on. Remember that you ultimately don't have to choose the people that you don't want to be with. And other people have the same right. They have the right to not choose to be with you. Remember that that's your job and it's their job. Relationships are so critical in this life. They're absolutely critical, and you want to employ your very best thinking and your very best self when you are choosing someone to be with. As painful as it can be to break up with someone or to be broken up with, remember to respect someone's decision to do this. It's your job and it's their job. My friend, to be brave, be optimistic. There is more, so much more. Don't hide out. Instead, let's ride out and go again. Better, wiser, stronger, more experienced, because that's what you will be. My friend, I am absolutely cheering for you, and I hope that you listen and go prepared for whatever life brings to you. Stay flexible, stay dynamic, stay humble, and be honorable and graceful during these challenging times.